Hello, welcome to the next part of this Python tutorial video series. So today, going to be tackling comparison operators. So last time we discussed mathematical operators, where we could add, subtract, multiply and divide numbers together. But there are other operators in which you can compare two numbers and then Python will return either a true or a false, depending on whether that condition was met or not. So I'll make a start. So the first one we'll look at is the equals to comparison operators. That will check to see whether two values are the same. So if I give you an example now, I will declare two variables and I'll give them both the value 2. So a equals 2 and b equals 2. So now I want to check whether they are the same. So to do a comparison, I have one value on the left hand side and I do a double equal sign here. So the double equal sign is I'm not assigning to a value, to a variable, I am comparing. So I'm going to compare a and b, or the contents of a and b. Upon pressing enter, that doesn't work. Why does that not work? I had a space. So if I was to go a equals b without the space, as you can see Python doesn't like its white space, it throws a bit of a hissy fit at you. So that's returned to me true. As you can see, a and b are the same, so it's going to return me true. So now if I'm going to throw it a curveball, I'll give it c equals 3 and then I will do a equals c. It's false, so 2 is not equal to 3. So that's basically how the comparison, the direct comparison operator works. Okay, next will be more than. So this will be to check to see whether the value on the left hand side is more than the value on the right hand side. So if I do a is more than b, that is false. However, if I was to do c is more than b, it's true. So 3 is more than 2. Likewise, you have the less than operator, so I can just do a is less than b, that's false, but I could do b is less than c, which is true. And then there's another generic one, the not equal to one, so that is an exclamation mark followed by the equal sign, which basically means not equal to. So is a not equal to b? That's false. It is equal to b. So if I need to throw a different value now for it to give me a true. So this is a lot more vague than the other operators. So I can do c not equal to, whoops, c is not equal to b, and that's true. So those are the 4 major comparison operators. There are slight deviations. So for the example, the less than and the more than, you can have a slightly altered version where you can have a is more than or equal to b. So this checks not only is the value more than, but it will also check in case it happens to be equal to. And the same is true for the less than operator. So I can have c is less than or equal to b. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense. So they're basically the 4 major comparison operators with some slight variations on them. So that is them in a nutshell. They're very useful for controlling the flow of your program, which I'll tackle in a later episode. So this allows you to think, to see whether certain conditions are occurring, whether certain things are happening, and do you somehow need to change the way in which your program executes in response to that. So I will see you on the next episode, and that's where we'll start thinking about that.